that. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're here with Tarek today. Sorry for the delay. It's been a week of technical difficulties. Very interesting week with technology. So I just want to welcome everybody while you're all joining. And Tarek, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us again. It's
Thank
lovely
you so
having you here.
much. Yeah, third time in a row. Third time's a charm.
Yeah, how about it? And last time
Yeah.
was so much fun. Everybody, the feedback was great. Everybody really enjoyed it. Today's a little bit different, guys, because we're gonna go in depth about the process, how it works. Tarek's going to take us through a group process. We're going to ask questions about the package. We're going to hear stories about people working through it, all those kind of good things. So today's not for one-on-ones. It's more group work, but you can surely ask your questions in the chat, and we'll just go from there. How's that sound?
Awesome.
All right. I'll let you take the lead here.
Okay, so we'll start with the group process and feel free to ask questions about the program and then we'll go through the program. So yeah, if you guys are here on the chat, just let us know where you're from. Yogi Dodi Dogs from LA. Yeah, West Coast. Okay, so I'm just going to invite everyone to take 3 conscious deep belly breaths. Hey, Jane from England. Okay. Hey, Lee. Gilana from Serbia. Hey, Harold from Netherlands. Okay. So starting now, do you surrender this whole entire session to Source, God, Universe? If so, just say yes out loud. Hillary from Colorado. And if there's anything stopping you from being able to receive or release the maximum, would you like to clear that? Hey, Ellie. Hey, Mark. Shout out in the house. Hey, Lydia, Croatia. Love Croatia. Okay, so would you like to connect to the highest aspect of yourself right now? Hey, Mary. And just allow Source, God, Universe to connect you from the top of your head and just sending this golden liquid light throughout your head, your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra, shoulders, letting go of any heaviness, stress, carrying the world on our shoulders, going through our arms, our left arm, our receptivity, our right hand, our giving, harmonizing, balancing our giving and receiving, going down into the heart, into the power chakra, into our belly, into our root chakra, feeling grounded, comfortable in our own bodies, supported on all levels, going down into our hips, our thighs, our knees, our ankles, our feet, our toes, and then grounding to the earth and allowing the infinite love inside of our heart to burst into all directions, spreading ripples of love in all directions throughout our whole body, our auric field, our room, the city we're in, the country we're in, the planet we're in, the universe, and beyond. And from this place of expansion and empowerment and connection, we're going to do a group healing process to clear any part of us that didn't feel loved, supported growing up. So it's really that first root chakra. You can't have a tall tree without a strong base. You can't build a tall building without a strong base. So we really want to strengthen that base, and then move up through those higher chakras. So first of all, would you like an infinity healing for your root chakra to heal, transmute, release anything that found its way into your being growing up that is not for your highest good, that is impacting your finances, that is keeping you stuck in fight or flight, in survival, in not enough, scarcity, clearing all those programs, beliefs, fears, emotions, traumas, healing them from within our being, transmuting them and replacing them with an energy, an emotion, codes that transmit to the universe, to God, to source, that I am supported on all levels, all my needs are met, I'm thriving on all levels, I'm so full and I give from my overflow, I just feeling fulfilled on all levels. Wow, how easy I manifest my heart's desires. How easily I'm able to receive what I desire. Clearing the complications, clearing the effortfulness, the struggle, clearing lack, scarcity, survival, and fully having the new default as thriving on all levels, just infinite abundance of all that I desire with ease and grace, and I receive it in massive abundance. There's infinite abundance for all beings. We're going to transmute any and all spells that are connected to money, sigils, spells, rituals, dark magic, just transmuting all those less than love intentions to money, changing up the whole energy so that it really transmit. Every cell in money and currency is transmitting divine rays, divine frequencies. Every time we touch it, we bless it. Every time we give it, we bless it. Whatever we do with money, we're just channeling in this divine energy and just letting it spread into all currencies all over the world. And we're just asking that this money, instead of it being stuck at the top, that it just spreads and into all beings just circulating that, creating this equality, creating this balance, creating this harmony, allowing us to use money as a tool to help ourselves and to help humanity, and just create a reality where all beings have all their needs met, but starting with us, letting us step into a reality where we've got so much abundance that imagine stepping to reality where you have so much abundance, all your needs are taken care of, that your mission becomes how can I best give back and impact all other people. So really we want to get out of those lower chakras of survival and getting into a state where it's a new phase. Now the phase is, okay, how can I best give back? Philanthropy, what can I do with my money to make the biggest impact? You start doing projects because you're being inspired and guided to do them because they're fun. And this and allowing this consciousness of I can have a fun, thriving career, and I can make a difference, and I can be spiritual, and I can be fun, and I can be playful, and I can, do all these things. So just having this consciousness of having all that I desire happen. And we're just going to conclude with the codes of a millionaire. So the way a millionaire thinks, behaves, acts, habits, perceptions, perspectives, just the programming. So imagine source, God, universe connecting to us and just literally programming our minds to think, act, behave like a millionaire. We're starting this activation right now. If you'd like to receive it, just say yes. Beautiful. And what this is going to do is every time it's like levels, right? You go through levels in your financial game, and let's say you reach a level where, okay, I have all this money now. How can I double? I have this money now, and I want to invest it, and I invest it in the perfect ways, perfect opportunities, and now I doubled my investment, and then I have, and then this money's working for me, and this investment's increasing, and then so just playing the game to win, and knowing, just receiving the perfect opportunities that come your way that allow you to invest your money in the perfect ways that help you double your income, triple your income. Can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Charmaine, I don't know, check on your end what's going on. Yeah, double your income, triple your income, creating passive income, leveraging technology, creating higher end packages, charging more for your gifts, talents, and abilities, getting the perfect mentors, getting the perfect coaches, knowing how to use YouTube, social media, all this stuff. So if you like that, just say yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So please, Source, God, Universe, deepen these healings, take them to their next level, share them with our inner children, parents, and ancestors, all space, time, and dimensions now and forever, and just bring ourselves back into a waking state, fully aware, fully grounded, and stepping into this reality where we are thriving, doing what we love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So let us know how you guys feel after this powerful group healing.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Yeah, guys, post in the comments how you're feeling right now. And Tarek, people, it's been what, almost 2 weeks now since you were on, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Time goes so fast.
It does.
Oh, good. We got a great and amazing. I'm feeling more peaceful from Mark.
And
Peaceful
present.
and present. Awesome. Great. So I just want to talk a little bit about, what you're seeing with our community, people that are working through the program, people that have worked through it, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so what I remember hearing from some of the clients that invested in the program, definitely Nirjarini talked about how she just listened to it for a few days. I might be mistaken, but I think she might have said she listened to it once, or that might have been Iram. And then next thing I know, she's traveling. She's in Bali, sending me these beautiful pictures, living like a goddess in Bali. And just like all this abundance of spirituality, of feeling like a queen, of nature, lush nature, and fruits, and just that when I was tuning in and when I saw the pictures and like women dressed in their, I don't know, spiritual regalia, and then I heard she was going to Australia, but I didn't know that she manifested a free trip to Australia. So after listening to the silent audio, which is really and listening to the silent audio, she manifested a free round trip ticket to Australia and back. So she's there now, enjoying her manifestations. And then I remember with Iram, I was like, hey Iram, I'm going to send you the audio. Like, this is the demo version of the silent audio from the new program, Millionaire Mind Matrix. If you can listen to it. I think she listened to it once. And when I checked in with her, I was like, hey, by the way, did you listen to the audio? What happened? She was like, Tarek, the very next day I created a $100,000 program.
Nice.
Yeah. It's amazing. And from when I tested it out, it's just so powerful. I remember just I manifested a client who is going to invest $11,111 and pay it in full. So that hasn't happened to me since January of last year. So it's been over a year since that hasn't happened. And then I started listening to my audio, and I had someone pay for one of my higher end programs, not the highest, and they paid it in, and they're going to soon pay it in full. So, but they put down a deposit of 888. So that was powerful. And I generated over, it's been, yeah, it was like, while I listened to it, we generated over 14,000, which is, yeah. And most of what I loved about it was most of it was passive. So that was huge. And I just tracked all these amazing things that started happening to me. So it's an amazing program. I mean, my intention is every time I create a program is to top the last one. So whatever I did the last time, it's like, how can I make it better? And yeah, you guys told, like, you Ram sent out, you guys sent out a bunch of questionnaires or things like that to find out what the community wants. And I remember when I was about to start recording the program, I was like, Ram, I have these two things I want to create. This is one idea, and this is the other idea. She's like, Tarek, definitely do the Millionaire Mind Matrix. Like, that's what people are wanting. They're wanting stuff to do with money blocks. That's still the number one challenge. So, I've been helping spiritual, heart-centered women and entrepreneurs for the last 10 years with money. I like to say I specialize in that. And that's been the feedback. Last year we had a few conscious spiritual women join, and we received some of the programs and Infinity Healings. One of them made $50,000 in less than 2 months. One of my clients made $75,000 in less than 2 months. Another one of my clients made $6,000 within 2 months, and then $10,000 after that. Another one of my clients created a $5,000 package and then sold a few months into the program. So that was $10,000 from 2 packages, and then said that another 2 are going to be sold the next month. All sorts of amazing things happen. So if you feel like money is not your strongest point, so when you look at your life, look at your relationships, what is that 10 out of 10? Look at your health, what is that 10 out of 10? Usually with a spirituality, look at that 10 out of 10. Usually our spirituality is like really good. And unfortunately, a lot of people in our community keep reinvesting in spiritual things as opposed to looking at all the things, all areas of their lives and seeing money is the lowest. Well, if you have a lot of things up here and you have money as your lowest, it's the lowest it's the one that's dragging you down. So what you need to do is like spend less time on these and more time on the thing that's the lowest, because that's gonna, when you bring that up, it's gonna bring everything else up with you. So
Very cool. So
yeah.
why is that with the spirituality community that money is an issue for so many of us?
Yeah, because I feel a lot of us don't even come from realities where money is a thing. So we come from realities where love is currency, almost like love is the only truth. Love is currency. It's a higher dimension where you think things and they manifest instantly. That's why a lot of us are impatient here, and we're like, why do things take so long? And yeah, I think we come from realities and dimensions where there isn't this polarity of like dark and light. There's just one thing. So I think like when you look at countries like India, for example, they're just so in the higher chakras of connection to source, God, universe, and crown chakra and third eye, and that's it. They kind of went through an evolution. They went through the whole, like, because US, Canada, Australia is still like young nations, and the root chakra is still, that's why the big focus is on like money. And so I feel like a lot of us come from those places where it's like we went through the chakras, and when you're going through them, the higher levels don't have anything to do with money. You don't even care about money on a spirit. We're so much in spirit that we forgot about the 3D reality we're in, which includes, hey, you need to take care of your body. Are you connecting with other human beings and having your intimacy, or, those kind of needs? Are you grounded in a home somewhere? Are you, and money, are you making money? Figuring out this money thing. And for some reason, like imagine a lot of us in our previous lifetimes just being out in nature. Nature's giving us all that we need, hunter-gatherer. And then this new reality comes in and it's like, this is what's needed. You need to have our money. You need to come to our institutions. And it's a shock to our system. It's a different reality. And a lot of us are having a hard time transitioning or finding a way to integrate that while keeping our integrity and keeping our principles intact. So you can still, like, I'm still someone who, my favorite experiences in life have nothing to do with money. They have to do with me being out in nature with Soul Tribe, and swimming in rivers and barefoot on the grass and cooking together and eating together, picking fruits from trees. Like, none of that has to do with money. Like, it's just, so money in a way is like, and I talk so much about money, like I keep promoting it to the spiritual community, like it exists in our reality, and let us receive more of it so that we can have more of the things we want. But also there are traps when it comes to money, like but I feel like people who aren't heart-centered fall more for those traps. So I'm not too concerned with people in our community and the traps with money. But let's make it first and learn, let's learn about investment. Let's increase our wealth consciousness. Let's, challenge us. Let's master the money game. We've mastered spirituality, and now let's master the money game, and let's use it as a tool to make changes in the world. And a lot of us grew up with a lot of trauma, Gretchen. I feel like growing up, a lot of us as children, our inner children are like traumatized, damaged. We don't trust. We might have not felt like we had enough love and support. That's why I focused a lot on the root chakra today. A lot of us, the root chakra represents like having your needs met. And if you grow up feeling like there wasn't enough love or support, and now it's years later, we're still transmitting to the universe, not enough money. My needs are not met. Please, someone help me. I'm struggling. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense. I see a comment here. Mark I've been in Bali. I've been there twice for 10 days and a second time for 6 weeks. Loved it. And he's also saying, and men. Yes, Mark. We don't want to exclude you.
Of course. What did I say where I didn't say?
I think you consciously working with women, I think that you said.
Hey, Mark.
And just know that means you as well.
Yeah. Hey, Mark. So, I work with like 90. It's such a high percentage, and I never said it until I realized for the last 10 years it's been 97% women. So, but I always have a handful of awesome, beautiful, conscious men, and I love working with them.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And
I see a question here from Lori. She's saying, I don't have an income of my own. I take care of my 1-year-old grandson. My husband is planning to retire soon. How will this program work for us, and can we both use the program?
Yes, I love that question. Thanks for asking, Lori. So definitely when couples or family, so with family, it's like if you're living together, everyone gets the benefit from the program: children, parents, grandparents, spouse, etc. And especially when you have that silent audio, you can just blast it, and the whole house is going to benefit from it. So you guys can definitely all listen to it together, and everyone's going to benefit from it. And did I answer that question? You definitely can both use the program. How is it going to help you? Whatever is stopping you from experiencing more financial abundance, more blessings, more clarity, more commitment to yourself, more joy, more alignment with your dream reality, thinking more in terms of like having the program. 98% of why you're getting results or not getting results has to do with your programming, and all these modules are going to make sure your programming is set for success, for achieving your goals, for dreaming bigger than you've ever dreamt, for just all the things that are missing in our programming that's stopping us from taking our lives to the next level.
Nice. And there's a question I was going to ask too, in regards to the spirituality community and why we don't focus on money. However, we have some that do and have worked, through programs and are still feeling kind of stuck with the money thing. So I think you answered that with the program that you have. How is it different?
Yeah, and definitely the one-on-one is a game changer. A lot of the testimonials I share come from people who've actually worked with me one-on-one or worked with me in a group setting, and so those are the package B's, C's. What is it? And then there's what's the other one after that? Yeah, so you want to look at the packages that have um,
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, your VIP?
yeah, the VIP option definitely.
Yeah.
So basically the most important investment is investing in ourselves. And if we know for sure that money is our weakest link, then having someone who walks their talk, having someone who's manifesting what they're desiring, having someone who we feel is part of our soul tribe, who's here as a direct response to us potentially praying or asking for help in this area, when those opportunities show up and our heart's like, whoa, I just manifested this. Sometimes the mind goes, okay, I manifested it, but I'm not ready to do anything about it now. That's the mind kind of like, this is it. Like this is what you asked for. How many times we ask for something, it comes, and we're like, maybe not now. So it's really important to take fast, inspired action. It's really important to act. The universe loves fast, inspired action. And a lot of times we're just going in circles. And what we want to shift out of that is, okay, boom, I'm just going to, like, there's no right or wrong. Sometimes it's like the long, winding road to your destination or the faster road to your destination. So the universe loves people who are like, yes, just like clear action takers, like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, or I'm not going to do it. But just like the worst thing you can do to the universe is having one foot in. Oh, I want to do it, but I'm not sure. And so just like whatever you're wanting to do in life, just do it, commit to it. And um, oh, there you go, Mark. 94% of your clients are women. So you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's so true. The commitment
Yeah.
piece. Here's a really good question from I think it's Madida is how I say your name. She comes from a tribe. I come from a tribe of workers. All ancestors were farmers. They have extremely high work ethics, as do I, and there is a pride in that. However, I feel there is an equation of hard work equals money, and only hard work equals money. I'm not sure if that mindset serves me or limits me. Does this program assist with that? What a great question.
Yeah, that is a great question. So I feel like when we're like, so funny because now I feel like I want to learn how to live off of the land and um, have those skills. So I really feel like we need to balance. So like, let's say we've lost our old ways of surviving off the land, then I feel, and we're living in a Western society where it's like money, 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 marketing, business, and entrepreneurship. And I feel like it's important for us to do that. And I feel like when you're doing that kind of stuff, it's like, okay, now how can you upgrade, update, activate the parts of you that can now step, because there's entrepreneurship is a mindset. I really feel it's a mindset, right? And it's like thinking bigger, and it's like, how can I use money to work for me, and how can I dream bigger, and I really feel like it's part of spiritual evolution too, to okay, I've been doing this, now what's the next step, and what's the next step? Like, think people like Elon Musk, who started off, I think he created PayPal, and then he created Tesla, and now is creating like space ships, and is creating technology that literally is trying to teach people, is creating technology that allows you to break out of the simulation that we're in. He calls it the Matrix, and he says he wants to break people out of it. So imagine all of us stepping into a higher mission, just keep stepping up into, okay, what's my next mission? What's my next mission? And what's my next mission? I don't think it ever ends. I really feel like we're just go through these phases, like phase one. Okay, now I'm shifting to phase two. Now I'm shifting to phase three. So um, I really feel like that's not only going to impact you, it's going to inspire people in your tribe. It's going to help you kind of break out of any limitations, or especially with cultural conditioning. It's like, this is all there is. Like when I was watching Moana the other day, it's like, no, just stay on the island. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a great movie. So it's like, yeah, just stay here. we've got everything we need. And there's always a few people in those communities who are like, no, I feel like there's something more. And those are the ones that adventure off. And think of our ancestors. Imagine all of them just stayed exactly where they were. But there was always the maverick, the rebel, the adventurous person who's like, I'm going to go on a ship and go discover what's beyond these waters, you know? So, and those people, thanks to them, you know, there was trade and people got to benefit from each other's wisdom and medicines and techniques and music and everything. So I feel like the universe rewards those that feel fear and transcend it. I really feel that universe is like, whoa, you know, it rewards courage and it rewards bravery and it rewards taking risks. That's a huge thing. A lot of us are so afraid to take risks. Like what I've noticed is we'll take risks with things that are terrible. Like our intuition's like, don't do this. And we're like, yeah, let's try it. And then for the things that it's like, whoa, this is a direct response to my prayers. And with those things, we're like, yeah, I don't know. It's tricky.
Yeah, that's so interesting, but you're so right.
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh. Very good.
Yeah.
I just want to announce your URL so people have it. It's orderjoynow.com/Tarek19. That's TAREK 19. So that you guys have that. And I just want to put out a reminder too that this is kind of our last call with Tarek for now, or last promotion on this offer. So if you're interested, now is the time to jump in. So
and I just posted it here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So this comment here from Aloha. I am miracle yes consciousness. I have manifested much over 20 years. Much has taken a year or more to manifest. Being in the frequency of joy is awesome. So now I'm asking for quicker manifestation. That's a really good, that I think that's a common thing with a lot of us, that we kind of, you know, hold back. We see it eventually, but can your program help with that? Quicker manifestation.
Yeah, of course. So, okay. Most of my clients report results within weeks of investing in the audios of the one-on-ones. I'm almost like at a point where I have zero doubt in the process. There's just 100% faith that when someone is there and is receiving, that they're going to get the results they're looking for. So when I shared those examples before, I was doing a one-on-one with a client. The next day, she manifested 50,000. And so all those things that we're talking about, the 50, 70, those were within like 60 days. So I expect fast results. Iram, you know, famously shares the story where I was doing an infinity healing on her, and she's like, you know, trying to find a car, trying to manifest a home while we're doing the infinity healing. And we never spend more than, like, you know, Iram, she's like, you know, everything needs to happen fast, right? So our infinity healings are like 10 minutes max. That's like on a long day. Like that's the longest ever. And while during those 10 minutes, she gets a text saying, hey, I found your car. And then like, I think a few weeks later, you know, trying to find a home and the complications with whatever you need in order to get a home, like banks or whatever, credits. And then boom, she manifests her dream home. Yeah, I'm used to hearing people have instant results. For me, it's like I have a like the philosophy in my company is if you desire something to happen and it's not happening right now, I don't believe the universe and God are, you know, I don't think you'll have that desire unless it's your destiny to have it. Like the universe is not sadistic. It's not going to say, hey, you want that? Well, tough, you're not going to have it. You know, like you're going to have to struggle for it. That's not the universe's consciousness. So if you have that desire in you, then it's your destiny to experience it. And if you're not experiencing it, there has to be something within you that's in the way of you receiving that. So the Infinity Healing's job is to start clearing beliefs, fears, emotions, root cause traumas, past life stuff, agreements, cut cords, like everything that needs to be done for you in order for you to receive what you're desiring.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and it just keeps on working on you. Like whatever you start in a session, just okay, the next day more things, and then people start processing stuff in their dream state, and then sometimes extreme things happen, but then it just like fast tracks them to getting what they want.
Nice.
Cool. Mark just invested in package B.
Yeah, nice. Awesome.
Or
All
he
right.
already invested it. He's recommending investing in it. He already invested in it. Great.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Oh my God, we did our first group call. It was beautiful. We just, it was such a high vibing call. And actually it was one of the most funnest, so Package B includes group calls. And it was one of the most funnest group calls I've ever had. We just had a great time, and it was just so powerful and potent, but still like fun and playful and light. I was like laughing a lot throughout it. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
jump on it. So
Yeah, for sure. And you guys will get a recording of that.
you get the recording, you get one-on-ones. At the end of it, we open it up for one-on-ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll let you address a question regarding raffles, prize giveaways if we really want desire.
I don't get it.
I think she's asking can you manifest that?
Oh,
Raffles,
yeah.
prizes, giveaways.
Oh yeah, I'm like notorious. If you guys ever see me at an event where there's raffles, I'm like winning at least 2-3 of them. Like, yeah, there's you get in the vortex for sure when you keep yourself listening to these kind of audios and being in the money miracle vortex for sure.
Awesome. I see another question here. I'm an ordinary paid employee my whole life with no other income source. Money just comes and goes no matter how much I am earning. How will this program help?
Okay, so one of my clients literally got fired the day she signed up. And that might seem like a bad thing, but then she was making $6,000 2 months later, and then $10,000 4 months later. So I also know people who have full-time jobs and got bonuses of, was it like 50,000 Canadian as a bonus. I believe it was around 50,000. So it could still manifest as bonuses. It could manifest as side opportunities. Like near Jarini, who I mentioned earlier, she manages a vegan cafe. She won a free trip. She manifested a free round trip ticket to Australia and back. So it could still, money miracles happen in infinite ways, and you open up to those infinite possibilities.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So guys, the link is orderjoynow.com/Tarek19. That's TAREK. And if you have other questions about the program, if it's right for you, please type those in. Yeah, they're great questions, guys, and a lot that I hear a lot throughout our groups, and I see often. So I think it's great that you're able to address those and talk with us about those today.
Yeah, and the way I look at things like this is I'm not doing this for money. I love my clients. Like I pray for my clients every morning. Like I send them blessings. I pray for them. I hold space for them. I'm committed to them. I'm dedicated to them. I'm almost more like I love receiving the abundance from my clients, but I love receiving their success stories. Like I jump up and down and start doing a happy dance when they tell me the amazing results they have. So my success is not based on how much money I make. My success is based on how successful you become. So I'm very dedicated, very committed. That is my focus when someone joins. And there's a lot of intentions for any time someone invests in my work that they get it right away. I even had a client tell me, Tarek, I just invested in one of your offers. and I got back $400 like within a minute of doing that. So that's not a fluke. That's actually by design. That is my intention. Whatever you invest, you get it all back times 10, times 100, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, on all levels. And the way I look at it is, okay, I'm about to make an investment. Let me check in with myself. When I make this investment with this person, is this investment going to double back, triple back, quadruple back? Or is it something I'm going to invest and just like waste it? And so I see it as the more you are able to invest in yourself, like do whatever you can to like pull out whatever you can, to gather up what you need in order to make an investment in yourself. And the more you're able to invest in yourself, it's like, I love myself so much. I'm going to give myself the best option, right? Like that's just also one of the mindsets we shift into, instead of thinking what's cheapest and what's the least I have to pay. Like when I talk to clients and they're about to make investments, there's this consciousness that happens that goes, okay, this is not going to stress me out at all. This is easy for me to do. And I always challenge people. I'm like, do something that's out of your comfort zone. Do something that's, going to bring up those butterflies in your belly. Like, oh my God, like that's when you're making the big commitment to yourself. You're making a big investment in yourself. You're going to change in many ways, and not just like the easy, casual, like, yeah, let me just clear a few things here and there. Like big investment in yourself, dream big, go big. When I did that, I was able to get out of welfare, and I was $30,000 in debt, and I made this big, bold decision to invest in myself. And that's in 10 months later, I was making $10,000. So
Awesome.
I always recommend finding the biggest, best option. So I'm looking here and I see the VIP package. We've sold a few of those, and those guys are gonna skyrocket on so many levels, because they're gonna have more access to me, more one-on-ones with me, more time in the group, more distance healings, all sorts of things. So
Awesome. I think that's, and I love when you mentioned the butterfly thing, because that's so important. When you get those feelings, you get those urges, like you kind of know, or the chills, like
yeah,
yeah, that's the direction I need to go.
yeah. And sometimes it's, Gretchen, you're right. And sometimes it's a feeling of like, oh my, like it feels like fear, resistance comes up. All this stuff actually comes up when we're about to make the decision that is best for us.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine you really love someone and then you're just too scared to talk to them, and then they show up in front of you, and it's like all these butterflies come up, but like that's the one, right? Like that's the one that the universe, you and them on some level wanted to connect. And it's like the fears or the butterflies, that's all confirmation you're doing the right thing. So inside of you what's best, and tune in and do something that's a little out of your comfort zone, but it's not going to take away from your necessities, and let me take care
Yeah.
of the rest.
Perfect. All right. Well, Tarek, I so appreciate you being here with us again today. Guys, you can ask questions in our Facebook group if you have questions that we didn't get to today, and we'll answer those there. Everyone, I'm so appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday. I know Saturday mornings can be tough, but I do appreciate you being here. There will be a replay posted. It will be on our regular replay page, so you can find it there. And is there anything you want to say, Tarek, before we close out today?
Yeah, just this guidance of commitment. Like, let's step up. I challenge us to step up, to be more committed, to be more dedicated, to be more persistent, to be more resilient. I challenge us to learn to master the things that we're not great at. It's not enough for us to have gifts, talents, and abilities. That's like a percentage of the whole. You have your gifts, talents, and abilities. Now face your fears of getting them out there to the world. Face your fear of being judged by people. Figure out the whole marketing. How can you market your practice so that you're reaching more people? technology is not our best friend, especially for light workers. Figuring out technology, learning new things, everything's learnable. There's the people that are doing the things that you're like, wow, how do they do it? Guess what? That's learnable. Now, I just want to make sure there's two different things. One, I really believe definitely hone in on your greatest strengths and maybe team up with someone who has the things that you're not great at. But also, in the same token, remember that everything's learnable, and things that you're doing now, once you looked at it and you're like, how the hell am I going to do that? Like me with Zoom, now it's like, okay, cool, I figured it out. But when I first had it, I was like, I have no clue how this is going to work. It's like it's like alien technology. I don't even. So everything's learnable, and you can learn everything that someone is great at. So if you look at someone and they're great at business, marketing, money, investment, real estate, and all those things I mentioned, I pray and I intend and I hope that people in our community, like imagine all people in our community are great with investments and money and real estate and just the things that a lot of us were like, I don't know anything about that, and marketing and promoting and sales. Imagine all light workers become masters of sales. Like, I hope some of you guys are getting what I'm saying, like, because we're not. A lot of us are not. And my goal, my new challenge last year, remember we were talking about next stage of our evolution. It was like first 10 years was healing and helping with financial abundance, and I still do that. And now the next stage of my evolution with this kind of practice is helping you all figure out sales, packaging, promoting, marketing, all that kind of stuff. And that's when we get to do our one-on-ones. A lot of my one-on-ones now are some healing, and definitely a big focus is on the mentoring side. That once you learn these skills, they're very learnable. So I've learned them, and you can learn them, and then you can actually implement them. And yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds fabulous. Sounds good. And it all makes so much sense. Cool. So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks again, Tarek, and we'll see you soon.
Love you guys.
See ya.